Well, guess what? We are in Exhibit B turning 5 this April. So to commemorate the 5th anniversary of Exhibit B, I thought, well, I have to do something. I have to do something different to add to something interesting to the website, to the blog, to everything. So I thought, well, create a video report. So from now on, we are going to do a video report. It's going to appear every week, in the middle of the week, and it's going to be called Exhibit B Report. So it's me. It's going to be telling you what we did the weekend, where we went, who we interview, and we will be highlighting that in the report. Also, we will have a section where we are going to be showing very short interviews with artists who are assisting the openings, and we will ask the artists what's coming for you. What are you planning? Are you planning a new show? Are you painting a new series or making a new sculpture? What are you doing? So we will show those mini interviews, and also another part for now of the report will be the upcoming events and openings. So we will give you at the end of the report what's coming on the weekend, or what's coming the next day, or something like that. So I hope you will enjoy these reports. This to celebrate Exhibit B 5th anniversary. Well, welcome to the first installment of the Exhibit B report. So here are the highlights for the weekend. Okay, on Friday night we went to 3 different shows, 3 different openings. The first one that we went to was Open Space. And Open Space have the opening of Gifts from Our Ancestors. It's a group show by indigenous youth artists. The show is still going on because the artists are still working. Some of them are still working on their projects, and so for the next couple of weeks you can go still and any day, and you will see the progress that they are going through. So this is what we saw there. The second opening that we went on Friday night was to the Slide Room Gallery, and group show also. The name of the show is Refractive Anamnesis, curated by Laura Giltner, and this is what we saw there. The third opening that we visited Friday night was at Exchanges Gallery. Tanta Pennington opened her show called Emotionally Driven, and this is a highlight of what we saw there.
Where's your best inflatable doll? And then it gets to the garbage. Do you want some lube with that? And then it's like, oh. Then I lost my cool. Totally.
Are you on your way back? Yeah.
You need help?
White's a little harder to do.
Well, you might.
And then the machine that's like the arm, the navy green.
On Saturday we went to Winchester Gallery Modern for the opening of Carol Savinston's new works, and also the Herbert Sivner A 60-Year Legacy show. So this is what we saw there. Also on Saturday we visit the show at the Blue Well Gallery by Ken Horn called Enchanted, and this is a highlight. A show that we didn't go but opened on Saturday was at the Gallery at the Matix Farm, and the show is a group show too, and it's called The Gallery in Bloom. So remember that if you want to see all the full interviews, the full shows, go and visit our channel, video channel on YouTube, and the video channel is Exhibit Vic. Those were the highlights of the weekend. And now we go to our section where you will see the artists that we met in some of the openings, and we asked them what's coming for them. So take a look.
Well, part of my plan for the new year is to go up to Prince George, because I showed there last year and I'm showing there again this year, and I've got to go there and experience that place and the trail up there.
We have a show coming up at Martin Bachelor in the fall. There's 5 different artists, and the theme is falling. And I'm working on bees, because they're
Bumblebees.
bumblebees. The population is falling, so I'm working on sculptures and drawings and paintings of bees.
I'm working on some interactive art, where I found these found pieces of art of children's toys, etc., but large scale, large pieces or toys that they use to walk or run or play on or with. And the idea is to get them to come home. So I'm going to dump them all over the city with the idea that please walk me home to 3444 Wascana. And the idea is it's just so people can have fun with it. The idea is just maybe they'll show up. I've made like 4 of them now. The other thing I'm working on is text-based. The idea of using words to describe something. I use like only 4 words to tell a story, and base it, say, on a love story or a war story or a conversation, something in that realm. And just 8.5 by 11 inch paper or larger, handmade in theory, and then reproduced, and put those on the street, all through telephone poles, etc. Again, something for people to bump into, enjoy for a while, and on with the day.
Well, I'm working on toward the Winchester show, and it's in April. April 12th is the opening, and Pacific. So I've got it called the Pacific Northwest Paintings. So most of them are done, except I've been expanding the size of what I've been working on. So I've been working on some 36 by 48 oils based on plein air paintings, and one I'm battling with is done out at the North Saanich and Sydney Yacht Club, a kind of bird's eye view over some boats. And so I'm working on that oil, yep. And also, I have a whole lot of watercolors I did in the 50s when I was a teenager of my dad's garden. So I am carving lino cuts, about 6 color reduction linos like Picasso did, and I'm doing a series of the arbor field, but they won't be in the show. I'll just see how they work out. So that's basically.
The current work is a series I'm loosely calling Ancestor, and it deals with the idea of the shade of a person, in the sense that everything leaves behind something when it finally drops its mortal coil on this earth, whether it be as in a fossil or some vestige is left behind that speaks to what that being was at some point. And I'm speaking in very abstract terms for a series which is fundamentally figurative and semi-abstract. I'm going to be doing a show in Vancouver at the Petley Jones Gallery in September, which will take on the whole body of that work, and it will be coupled with sculpture from the Helm series. Those pieces are also directly related to the idea of ancestor. The bell-tone helms, which when rung, carry on the sound forever and ever in a very meditative way. And the pillars that they stand upon are all carved with hieroglyphics and code and cipher. And so they all speak to not necessarily antiquity, but something that is perpetual. It goes on forever. There is some kind of design, some kind of mark that continues on. And that's basically what the series is involved with. And that's in September, Petley Jones Gallery in Vancouver.
The next part of our report is where we are telling you what's coming up this weekend or this week. So today, Wednesday, March 12th, there is an artist talk at the Visual Arts Building at UVic, and the artist coming to talk, her name is Carol Wayne New, and the talk starts at 8 p.m. On Thursday night, there are 2 openings, one at Eclectic Gallery. Peter Doweilenko and Mindy Michi open their show, New Works, and it starts at 6 p.m. Remember, Eclectic Gallery is on Opey Avenue, right at the heart of the Opey Village, so 6 p.m. The other opening is at Polychrome Fine Arts at 7 p.m. and is Donna Achel, and her show is called Coherent Chaos and opens at 7 p.m. Polychrome is on 4th Street and almost the corner with Vancouver, and that's at 7 p.m. on Thursday. On Saturday we have 5 openings. Oh, 4 openings and 1 artist talk. The first opening is at Winchester Galleries in Oak Bay, and the artist is Will Miller, and his show is called Scenes from My Irish Province, and it starts at 1 p.m. goes to from 1 to 5 p.m. This is an Oak Bay Avenue. So Winchester Gallery and Oak Bay. The other show also starts at 1 p.m. is at Madrona Gallery. At Madrona Gallery they have Madeline Wood, and her show is called Growth Patterns and it starts at 1 p.m. too. Madrona Gallery is on View Avenue and almost the corner of View and Government. The next show that opens that day too is at the Coast Collective Art Center, and that's at 2 p.m. and there is a group show, the Federation of Canadian Artists Spring Exhibition. So remember, it starts at 2 p.m. the Coast Collective. At Exchanges Gallery at 2 p.m. will be the Artist Talk, and the Artist Talk is Tanta Pennington, and she will be talking about her current show there. So it's 2 p.m. Exchanges Gallery. Last opening is at nighttime. That starts at 7 p.m. at the 50/50, and 2 artists are showing there. And the show is called I Will Imagine Her by Catherine Toes and Kathleen McDonald. So remember, at 7 p.m. 50/50 Arts Collective. That is on Douglas Street, almost in the corner of Bay and Douglas. Yes, that's everything for our first Exhibit V report. But before we go, I encourage you to visit our blog. Our blog has art reviews, and the latest art review written by Deborah Alana is a very, very interesting review on the exhibit of Daniel Laskarin at Deluge Contemporary Art. So I encourage you to go and read it if you haven't read it yet. It's very entertaining. And another section that we have too in our blog is the Artist of the Month. Every month we showcase a new artist. Interesting to see what other people are doing. Another part of the blog is called Homage. Homage is I'm doing interviews with artists that have been in the community for a long time, and interview them. They are talking about their art, how they started, all the struggles, all the history of their life as an artist, and it's like a homage for these artists. And we'll be posting more in as they come, as I interview them. So another thing that you can check on our blog. Of course, if you want to extend or see more about what's coming up, well, check our calendar in our exhibitv.ca, or you can go to artsvictoria.ca too. artsvictoria.ca, visual arts is the calendar, and you will find a very extensive calendar there. And Exhibit V and Arts Victoria calendar exactly the same. So we in Exhibit V use the Arts Victoria calendar to feed our calendar. Also, we have a Facebook page for Exhibit V. You can like it if you are on Facebook. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter if you have Twitter too. We have Exhibit V at Twitter. And that's everything. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.